Amazing wildlife up here. That's 2 Bigfoot sightings in one day. Well, if you're like me, you've had enough of stairs. We've done 2 sets already in the basement, and now we have to do another one. We have to get up to the loft somehow, and that's the landing on the loft at the top. So we need a flight of stairs that comes down to here, and I'm going to build a landing right here. And in order to do that, first of all, we have to do a little demolition, which I've already started. The back bedroom there, it had a 2x4 wall along here. I've started taking it down, taking out the girts and a stud. So we have to clear all that out.
My girt. That did it.
So I'm starting to cut the wood for the landing for the loft stairs, and I've begun by cutting a bunch of little studs, 14 little 2x4s, about 4.5 inches a piece approximately, and then top and bottom plates. I've got 4 of those. I'm just going to mark them out now on all 4 of them and then put them together, and that'll be the beginning of the landing. So while working on stairs, I'm doing a lot of work in the basement, and it gets pretty dark down here since we only have the one socket right there until we get the cabin wired. And out of that one socket, we had one floodlight. And it didn't do a bad job lighting the place up, but so many dark corners made it a little difficult. So I invested in these lights. And they're powerful. I've got them facing the ground right now, but they're going to brighten things up around here a little bit. And I'll tell you one thing, they're going to heat it up too, because 1 meter away, I can feel the heat coming off of these guys. landing's in place. And as I'm going down the basement stairs, my head clears the landing, no problem. And from up top, you can see that the joists are 7.5-inch centers, 2x6s, and I kind of overdid it. I blocked them down the middle, and I blocked them on the edges as well. So I'll give you a rough idea where you're lining up. Just look at that piece. You can set it down anytime you want. It's pretty close. You would think that by my third set of stairs I'd be getting good at it and it would be a lot easier. But it seems I'm just as confused and struggling as I was in the beginning. I've spent many hours trying to figure this out precisely, and so many building codes and tricky calculations. Maybe we should have opted for ramps, or better still, a single floor cabin. Well, a little bit of a setback, some bad news when I was cutting the second stringer for the loft. I was about halfway through and I was starting to realize that all the pieces were coming out and the noses were breaking off the end of them. So I had a closer look at the board itself, and there's a crack runs right down the middle of this board. If I was to take my hand, I would snap that piece off right there. I mean, these are supposed to be stairs, and they would break with just the bending of my wrist. So I'm going to have to call them tomorrow. Today being Sunday, I can't do much. Call them tomorrow and see if they'll send me a replacement board, because you certainly can't make stairs out of that. Nice breeze today. Good day to be working, nice and cool. Anyway, I called Timber Mart and told them about my stringer that split on me, and they're going to send a replacement along with some other wood I ordered. Hopefully it arrives today, but while I'm waiting, I can't continue on with the loft stairs, so I thought I'd do some little jobs. And here's a good example. I'm putting the cover, or the strike, for the deadbolt on the front door, and I had to chisel out a spot for the plate to fit in. This is how you butcher, with a hammer and chisel. That's about as ugly as it gets. Anyway, I think it's getting close, so I'm going to try and fit the plate on.
Holy, that's a boulder.
It's got nice flat sides on it too.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's thinking. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What do you think? Good first row?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I use the best side.
Yeah, maybe the flat side facing it would be better. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Okay. That's a big one, though.
Anyway, we're working on a new fire pit because, or Anna's working on it, I should say, because our old one, we came to realize when we read the fire regulations that it's too close to the dwelling. So our fire regulations say no fire pit within 10 meters of the dwelling. And this is probably 5, maybe 6 meters. And we're a little concerned that maybe sparks coming off it might land on the screen, burn holes. You know, highly doubt it, but so many regulations around here, it's just another one we have to follow. So no real hardship, even though we thought this was the best spot for fires. We're moving it, so we are more than 10 meters from the dwelling. With new rocks, brand new, beautiful new rocks.
It's probably 100 ways, different ways
for sure.
to arrange them.
Yeah, we did a great job. You're a rock star. So this is the location of the new fire pit. It's more than the 10 meters required distance from the cottage. And I think it's a good spot. It's out of the way and it's kind of sheltered over here. So I'm sure Anna, our resident fire maker, will be having a fire as soon as the weather gets a little cooler. Yeah. Let's set it on the ground. Okay.
Oh,
Good. Right on.
good.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Gonna have to do it left-handed.
Uh-oh.
Okay, need to put the stringer hanger on this stringer, but it won't fit because this stud's in the way. So I'm gonna have to cut this stud out. it's because I had 2 screws this way and 2 nails that way. Who built this place? Well, it's time to put the treads on the loft stairs, and so I'm using 2x12s, and a 2x12 is actually only 11 1/4 inches wide, and these treads are going to be about 10 1/8. So I'm going to have to rip a little more than 1 inch off each one of these, and the tread itself will be 38 inches. I've just cut this one. And I need to do 12 of them. That'd be much easier with a table saw, but I don't have one. First one. Well, that's it. We put down 10 treads. They all fit pretty good. They're all inside the spec that they had to be in. What's left is they all have to be glued down. And we'll do that a little bit later. We'll put 10 in. There's actually 11 spots, and didn't get this one in. Just like Frank Costanza, I'm going to have to stop short because I don't have the wood for that one. So we'll get the wood and we'll get the cement to glue them down, and then the loft stairs will be pretty much done, and we'll be looking to put a railing in after that. The biggest difference between this summer and last summer is when it's raining really heavy like it is today. Last year we were huddled under a tarp waiting for a break in the rain so we could get out there and do some work after we squeegeed off the whole floor. But right now we're watertight and working inside. Hey, it's a rainy day today, and I've decided that I'd like to try and get organized. Anytime I want to find a tool, so difficult. I can't remember where I put it down, and we've got so many spots where they could be. So the shed here, which has served us well since we've been here, kept everything dry. I can't find anything in here anymore. On this counter, tools, batteries, you name it. And then on the dining room table, which is 2 horses and a piece of OSB, we've got an office, screws, foam, tools. Got a whole new set of tools. So needless to say, I can never find what I want when I need it. So the idea is to build a workbench. I think I'm going to take a full sheet of plywood, make a couple of horses like these two. I need these two for cutting and working on, these 2 horses. So I'm going to make a couple more for my workbench. I've started cutting the legs right here. So for this workbench, I'm going to build the 2 horses, the same design as I have here. I built these years ago. I think it's my own design, but my memory is pretty bad. I probably stole it from somebody, somewhere. It's a very simple design, but really steady horses. Or as my neighbor calls them, goats. In his country of origin, these were goats. But I've only heard them as horses over here, so I'm going to go with that. Anyway, it's a simple design. I'm going to put the top together, these 3 pieces, 36 inch with a 30-inch sandwich in between. When I get that together, I'll just add the legs, and we'll have a horse or a goat. And the 3rd piece will just sit on top like that. Now for the legs, you've already cut 4 30-inch pieces, and they just simply nestle right into the top, right at the end of the mid piece there, and we put 4 screws in. And there we go. There's your horse or goat. Doesn't look real steady, but I think it'll do the job. It's a big surface, get lots of stuff on it anyway.